Good morning, everybody. We're going to be continuing with Myth Drannor today. After we've done Myth Drannor, if we manage to get through them all today, we'll be moving on to Gianthold. Secret heads up, we probably won't get through them all today. And yeah, the changes in the patch notes they've said for Lamania look like they'd be pretty good. I'll go and explore the new quest content that they've got in there tomorrow before streaming. Well, I'll be streaming it, but before I'm streaming with the guild. Oh, I have a stream sound running in the background. I gotta mute that. There we go. We don't normally have a specific order we do these in, provided they're vaguely in a chain from one to another. We'll just do them however we feel. If you're looking for efficiency out here, I think one of the best paths I've seen is starting on the right side, all the way over by the in-slayer area pickup one, traveling leftwards across the map, grabbing them all in a chain, and then heading up towards the north through the last three. Do you have any idea if applying a guest pass to someone who already has a guest pass just overrides their old one, or does it queue it up so they have extra time? It overrides. All right. Then I will try to keep track of when they run out of their guest pass. Oh, no worries. I don't have much experience when it comes to guest passes. I played solo for a really long time before I found some people to actively play with. As a result, I've never really given guest passes to people before. Someone in my guild has said that they queue up, but I don't know. They sort of fever dream imagination things into existence, so I can't actively trust the things that they say. We're going to start with book burning. Alright, so this one is probably the most out of the way one by comparison to all the quests, which is why we want to get it done first. We've got people stopping to fight things instead of just follow. Something that's kind of cool is you can use your mage hand slaps and stuff from on top of a horse. You don't need to dismount to deal with it with stuff if you're running through a Slayer area. Oh, Helm Horrors. One weakness, Helmed Horrors.
The smoke billowing from a gigantic tree nearby caught your eye. As you approach, something else captures your attention.
He can be rather annoying to actually select. As you can see, his target bubble is actually that tiny circle underneath him. And yeah, his target bubble is this tiny thing, which, as you can see, we can't even quite reach, so you gotta stand right next to him, as close as you can get to really speak to him. Very frustrating. Majority of what you're dealing with in here, as the name sort of implies, is fire things. They're burning down the library. Lots of reflex saves, AoE effects are going off from them, and the fire damage they're dealing. If you have the ability to deal cold damage, you can deal with them a lot simpler, at least for some of them. And there's a cool, well, I reckon it's cool. I don't know if anyone else gives even two shits about it, but there is a Dark Souls reference in the last area of this quest. Yeah, in the end area of this quest, right near where the resurrection shrine that appears after you beat the boss is a campfire with a sword sticking out of it, which is a reference to the bonfires in Dark Souls, which have swords sticking out of them. I'll show it off because why not? We're here anyway. Once we get there. Record these boxes. There's an optional in here that if you do by it, if you manage to do by using one of the charisma skill checks in it, you can get an extra chest, but then you don't get to fight the giant. So it's sort of a toss-up of whether you want the fire giant in your monster manual for your hunter XPs, or whether you want the extra chest. This fire giant in here is who, if you make the charisma check against,
stands amidst the stacks of books. He looks concerned, almost afraid.
oh, I could have made spellcraft. Okay. Turns out one of them is spellcraft. I could have done it, but that bard can handle all the other ones anyway. Well, had someone almost run off on their own. Person who's least confident with dealing with stuff on their own. Have they? I always thought they were incredibly expensive already on Shadowdale. I regularly, I like never saw any for like cheap enough that I was even remotely willing to pay for them.
You can now access the upper library, but a particularly large fleet patrols the route.
Oh, that's like as expensive as I always felt like they were on my server. Every time I've gone looking for some for cheap, they've been at that price.
You've quenched all opposition in the upper library.
And I've been like, nope, I'm not getting 10,000 for 100 fucking astral shards. Ain't no way.
His minions back to the library.
Wow, really? Fair enough. Here is the...
Him once and for all. With the Ifriti defeated, the library will be safe.
So here's the res shrine that spawns after you beat up the boss. And over here is the Dark Souls reference. You see this reference a lot in video games because Dark Souls is one of those very common IPs. Yes, that one. It's funny because this area even looks like the lava area in Dark Souls. All right, let's check. 15 minutes. All right. We can probably get into the next one, and then I'll share it and give the guest pass after the next one. You know what? I can see that too. Yep. And now I'm hearing in my head the Mario 64's burned his ass sound effect.
The smoke billowing from a gigantic tree nearby caught your eye. As you approach, something else captures your attention. A large, shining dragon who watches the blaze with grave concern.
Because we have people who tend to recall out after a few quests, we're going to do the furthest away ones first, so we don't have to worry about running to them later. I pressed the wrong button while attempting to swap over to stream voice instead of Discord voice. Ah, damn it. In the next one, there is a puzzle involving figuring out where who is buried where. There is a thing on the wiki to help figure it out, so you don't have to do the puzzle on it. When I'm playing alone, I tend to just do the puzzle because it's kind of fun. I enjoy mind puzzles like that. But here we're just going to use the wiki to make it faster. Oh, nice, Z. I hope the stuff on there is good.
Somewhere inside this dank mausoleum lies the grave of one of the wizards who created the key to the Mythal. It's time for a chat, if you can find him.
I'm up. Wasn't napping at all. Don't worry, we'll get them all into the ground, sure enough. Hold on, what's this? No. I was quite clear. I would work up to my death and not 1 second longer. Once I put that spade down, I crawled into my deathbed. That was that. Now off with you. Let me get back to mouldering away peacefully. Wizard's around here somewhere. No doubt you'll find him. It's not likely he's run off. Little graveyard humour there. You get that for free.
The groundskeeper isn't happy to be disturbed. She has no idea where this wizard you're looking for might be, but guesses that the assistants buried nearby might have an idea where to look.
Yeah. Tell me how it looks. Tell me what cool things exist in there. That'd be nice to know.
This door show the location, name, career, and death date of these 4 wizards. Time, however, has caused them all to wear away. Perhaps this is why the dead remain restless. They have lost a sense of who they were.
Something that can help you... Oh, Vorpal's on there. That's cool. Something that can help if you're ever doing the puzzle here is... Ongluth is always the Mythal studies. So that's one that's a gimme.
Placing the final name in its place, you feel a sense of gratitude. The restless dead of the crypt are appeased at last. A glimpse of the word Mythal on this sarcophagus. This must be the correct wizard. You found the body of the wizard who helped make the key to the Mythal. Now, to learn its secrets. The wizard tells you about a hidden cache where you will find everything you need. But he was maddeningly vague about its location. You're about to give up in frustration.
Fair. I'm relatively close to 400 on this character. I'm up to 382, almost 383.
Just as you are about to speak, the bear walks off down the corridor.
I'll get to see and enjoy the new crafting stuff as well. Are they also adding in stuff like disruption and smiting, or is it just Vorpal?
You see a figure in red, hard at work searching through the graves. He turns in surprise.
Ooh, they're adding them all in. That's kind of cool. That'll make leveling up with weapons and stuff much more fun.
The bear has led you to a
This last fight that we're coming up to, we're dealing with waves of enemies. You fight the boss, he goes into invulnerability, spawns a wave. You know, standard boss stuff that we see all the time.
falls at last. The bear squeezes into the hidden passage.
And in order to actually complete
The glint.
the
Examining the wall
quest,
more
you
carefully,
use this.
you find one of the bricks is loose. You tug on it, revealing the cache the wizard mentioned. Inside are 3 items: a scroll, a ring, and a note. The note seems to assume that the temple to Legolas Enereth must be where you need to go next.
Alright, we're going to continue up to Times Long Past. This quest can be very, very confusing if you do not know the path. I will show people the path to get through here, so that they're not just wasting a bunch of time running and going backwards and forward between the zone type things. There's an Orkara. I actually kind of like this quest. I enjoyed initially figuring out the path. I liked the wandering aimlessly until I understood where I was supposed to go. I will tack on the extra easy to obtain optionals onto this, including taking out the Displacer Beast and taking out the Dryad, because they're right next to the path I'll be taking anyway to get through.
The strange note you found in the burial glen has led you here, to the temple of Lavalus Enereth, resting place of Myth Drannor's elusive god of time. Here, you should be able to uncover the secret of the key to the Mythal.
Take a drink.
You see a plaque against the wall.
First you grab the important artifacts, then you use the plaque, then you use the altar. This creates the first portal we'll be using. And you run back towards the entrance to take this ladder that goes up. Step out through this door. It's not actually exiting the quest despite the fact that it says go outside.
An intact city, untouched by ruin. Stepping through the time rift, you find yourself in a pristine version of the temple centuries ago.
Then you step back into the next door.
Now that you are in the past, you should be able to learn more from the mages themselves.
You want to head through this door here. I'm just going to wait up on people to make sure they're here.
People gather in circles, talking in the lavishly decorated foyer. Someone might have the information you seek.
Missing one person, just waiting for them to catch up. Here he comes now. Head through this door, into the next room with the people. Take this door on the right. Into the next room. Talk to the man against this wall. This spawns the next door we'll be taking.
However, just as you finished talking, a rift appeared. After stepping through the rift, you find yourself
From here, we're going out this door here.
The consortium has fallen into a state of decay. Crumbling
And we're turning left here.
echoing halls surround you.
Pull this lever. Open this door. Pull the next lever to open the next door.
Must have been stairs up to the upper level of the consortium.
And now we're back where we were when we first entered this area, but on the other side of time. We're heading through this dying door. And here's our first fight. From here, you want to pull the lever in this room. Spawns a rift in time.
Stones in the distance.
Grab your breakables. Talk to this person in front of this door. Talk to this man at the bar.
The high mages who lead the Mythal Consortium are involved in some sort of secret ritual today. That must be the reason why
Use
you
the
would
rift.
think you should seek them out in their
Take on the second fight. It's gonna take 70,000 essences. I did a nice big jump last life on this character. I went from about 320 to the 380 something I'm at.
A secret passage has opened up in this chamber.
From here, you want to use this rift in time to go to the other side so you can go get the optional, which is just in here.
On entering this room, you spy a monster resting inside.
Yeah, XP boosters and chance boosters help significantly. I normally go and get the XP booster once alive from doing the tutorial for the crafting, and I go and grab my chance boosters from House Cannith favor. After you've done that, oh, there's going to be a small delay. Alright, from here we're going through the door that we were going through on the other side to kill the Displacer Beast. Take out these guys, get your breakables, then head through the door on the other side. From here, we're heading into the toilets, because we're creeps. Talk to this person, grab the key, and head through the portal. From here, you head back into the first area, jump over this wall. Now we're heading this way. Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't worried too much about getting too much on a specific life. I just take it one life at a time, because every time you do a TR, whatever was the capped one that you were using to try and get your XP resets the XP values it was giving, as opposed to giving its reduced values for every time you succeeded. Take out these guys, you head left through the door that opens. When you kill these guys, these doors will open. One of them has a shrine in it, the other one has a key you want. I believe spiders will also spawn in here. No, they spawn in here on the other side. You grab that key because it will let you get to an optional on the way back through. Oh, no, sorry, that's the key required to actually move on. The optional will just be open.
A portal has opened, allowing a horde of demons to enter.
Alright, so now we're going to step through this portal to the other side.
You enter an empty underground chamber. The sound of your breath
Pull this lever.
echoes the high walls. You pull the
And now we're heading back through the tunnels we just came through, but on this side of the rift. There'll be a locked door in this area where the shrine used to be. The other door out of this area has a collectible in it, which our group likes to pick up because we do crafting. So we'll head in here, deal with the spiders that spawn. Get the collectible. And now we're heading eastward. We're heading through here to go and get an optional. This is where we kill the Dryad. Step in,
Find yourself in an empty
do whatever you want with the tree,
just ahead.
then you use the
You
rift.
spy a small withered sapling. You drizzle water over the tree.
You take out the tree because it's much easier to take them out than it is to take out the Dryad.
Drannor's present day. Before you stands a dryad, presumably grown from
Get your
the
collectible in the
sapling
corner.
planted in the past. The dryad crumples in a pile of leaves.
Start guiding someone who hadn't used one of the rifts and come over with us. There we go. Everyone is all caught up now. So now we're heading back into the main facility area. Once we're in the main facility area, we're going to head up the stairs that were in one of the rooms that we hadn't really done anything with before. Head north out of here. Continue past the toilets.
This locked door is marked by a dim blue crystal. This door needs to be unlocked with a silver key. You unlock the door.
Then you head up these stairs.
There was nothing in this room but a jumble of bricks. But here, in the past, you find an intact stairwell leading to the upper floor.
Once you're in this area, we're immediately going to step through the portal.
2 guards stand in front of this door. There are 3 other locked doors in this hallway. One is marked with a
And then we're heading through this broken door.
Another is marked by a green one.
And once you've killed those guys, this rift spawns. You head through the rift. Then you head out through this door. Then we're going to use this rift to cross over. Then we're going up this ladder. This will cause a rift to spawn in here. You swap over.
A mass of tiles falls over
And then we're doing a puzzle.
The last room lights up, and you hear a click. It must be the lever on the back wall unlocking.
Use the lever once you've done the puzzle.
You pull the lever, and the yellow crystal lights up.
And we're going to head over here. Alright, so from here you use the note in this room, spawns a portal. Use the portal through, deal with the ambush. Chaos crawlers can be nasty sometimes, so be careful of them. These ones were doing pretty fine. Head this way out of the room, deal with the Nothics. After you fought these guys, you're going to use this Rift in Time. Then you take out 2 Shield Guardians.
Guarding a lever against the wall. They lunge forward as you approach.
Once you've taken out those, you pull the lever, and then we reverse the course we took in order to get here.
You pull the lever marked with a green crystal, unlocking another door in the hallway.
No, because... Once you've gone through the portal, we're going to head down the hallway to where that skeletal guard is. Once you've taken them out, get your breakables, step through the ring. After you've taken these guys out, there is a key on this dresser that you need,
You pick up a gold
and then we'll be going back through the time
the cabinet.
rift.
This door requires a gold key. You unlock the door with a gold key. Returning to the past, you find yourself in a well-decorated bedchamber. You spot a small, shining object in the shadows.
Once you've done that, we're heading down towards near where the end game is now. We're heading from here is down to this door. We're not going to do the side areas, but if you want to get ransack, then you need to do the side locations in order to get them. There is an optional in there with an extra chest, but we normally just skip them because it takes like an extra 5 to 10 minutes. We head out the door that we came in initially, and then head all the way down to this iron key door.
This door is marked with a sign that says, "To the courtyard." It's
When you
locked
step out,
tight.
you'll be in a courtyard.
Iron key
These two side areas have more to kill and some breakables. This one on the right is where you get all your breakable stuff.
The way
An
to the
optional chest.
courtyard has been opened. You emerge
But we don't like it, it takes too long.
manicured courtyard. There are two buildings on either side. But what stands out to you is the
And by the time we normally get to this location within this quest, the party is just over all of the portaling anyway, and just wants to goddamn leave.
Watching the High Mage's ring is enough proof to show that you're welcome inside. Inside the tower, you enter a sparsely decorated stairwell.
Talk to all these NPCs in here.
Mages stand before a ritual circle. Two turn to confront you, but the third holds up her hand.
And then watch the ritual occur.
Peace, Lord Endless, Lady Echo. You sense no malevolence from them? Tell me, why have you come here?
Lady Echo narrows her eyes. I'll accept your presence here. But should you get in our way, I will not hesitate to force you out of here myself. Lord Onruth nods his head, fidgeting. The only way you could have that ring is if I gave it to you myself. There is no other explanation. Very well. I shall believe your theory. It turns out that the key to the Mythal was not an object, but a man. Sir Ildranath has been transformed into a bear and kept in stasis for all these years. all to protect his great power. The power to control.
Now we get to watch the ritual in reverse, watch Ildrinoth turn from a bear into a person again.
Fellow casters, we have heard their tale. What do you say? Should we let them stay?
The other mages nod. She turns to you.
We have urgent work to do. We must create the key and seal his power. Speak to me about what...
Apparently, if you stand where they're trying to go to, you can cause them to not be able to quite reach their location and get a little wonked.
If what you say is true, the fate of our city hangs in the balance. We owe it a chance at a new life.
The mages begin chanting in ancient Elvish. The Srinshi shouts,
Under the legacy
And here is
of
the final
Mythal,
fight, another Fang Dragon, just like in Ettercap Incursion.
let us weave his soul to the
Just like in Ettercap Incursion, it can cause reduced maximum health if it hits you,
sacrificing his freedom to keep the power safe through the years. He will rest in spaces
and here is our Rift in Time.
when the city needs his help. You have returned to the present. To your surprise, the Srinshi is waiting for you. She beckons you over.
Here we are once again. Despite the centuries I've spent...
Now that we've
wandering
done all
the
of
city,
this, we are back in the central chamber.
We don't have a lot of time. We must complete the reversal ritual now before the Red Wizards swallow this city whole.
Rift
Your
back.
wings open, and
Rift
he
back,
is
get your
still
chest.
in bear form. He must have followed you through the ruins of the Mythal Consortium. The floor trembles as she shouts in ancient Elvish.
Let Mythal guide us once again. Key to the Mythal, return to us once more.
You and the Srinshi complete the reversal ritual, and Sir Ildrinath returns to his human form. Now that Sir Ildrinath has returned to his original form, he can use his power to help defeat the Red Wizards. Soon they will be driven from the city. A large and quite unusual dragon dozes in the center of the ruined courtyard. It moves to defend its resting place the instant it senses your presence. The dragon lets out an ear-splitting roar as it meets its demise. You see that a time rift has opened behind it. A dimension door has appeared in the courtyard. You return to the temple. Having completed your mission, you can go back to the present and onward to your goal of defeating the Red Wizards. You step into the rift and return to the ruined present. Yet, a feeling of peace still radiates in the space, as if Labalus Enereth himself is congratulating you on a job well done. After your adventure in the past, you have finally obtained the knowledge you sought. You have found the key to the Mythal and gained his cooperation in the struggle to come. Time to prepare for your final confrontation with Drowick Orgel and his army of Red Wizards.
Alright, so from here we're going to do the last one that's in this area. In Ildrinoth's tower. This one is rather long, just like the last one is, but there isn't much you can do. It's not long because you get lost, it's just long in general. I have a personal mild dislike for this quest, but not because the quest itself is bad. It's because I farmed this quest for one of the weapons at one point, failed to acquire it, so I'm just sort of over this quest. The quest itself is not bad, I just have a salted opinion. Something that is kind of cool in here is there is a puzzle in here that is the same as the one at the end of the Giant Hold Heroic Raid. So if you ever want practice for doing that, You can practice it in here. I'll show you how I normally complete it. It has a guaranteed success. So you start off, you head over to here. There is a secret hidden lever. This is how you continue the quest. It doesn't have a high DC. In fact, it probably doesn't have a DC that anyone can actually fail.
Hidden beneath the floor. You emerge from the stairwell into a massive chamber, somehow left undisturbed as the city crumbled around it.
It doesn't matter which way you go out of here, we just normally stick to the right wall on a bunch of stuff.
Beneath your feet, your breath plumes around you on a pulsating stream. Further down the hall, you spot a group of farmers. They slowly awake.
In here is the puzzle. So here's how I normally complete it.
See a configuration of glowing
Only touch the first two for a while.
room.
You can figure out what goes where based on doing this. Things that are the correct numbers but in the wrong place will turn white. Correct number, correct place, turn black. I think up there, it's difficult to tell in this lighting, but I'm pretty sure on the 1 and 2 there are 2 white dots. Once you've done the first 5, we should have... Okay, no, I have done it wrong. In that case, we should have 2 6s somewhere. What have I done wrong? So I'm an idiot. I had it right the first time, and I fucking that 4. I read that where it has the black next to the 3s. I misremembered and thought it was next to the 4s.
Shining pearlescent orbs cast dangerous spells in the room before you.
This can't be disabled. You just got to make your way through. Oh, that me failing at that is immortalized forever. This chest, despite the fact that it clearly looks like a trap, is not a trap. It is a chest. There's nothing we can do out this way just yet, but I will fight our way out here just to be sure. This will open up when we go and get the lever. I believe it'll have a yellow gem above it.
The signal crystal is embedded in the wall above this door. Sections of the floor in this chamber have crumbled, leaving only thin walkways for you to step across.
This room, there are lots of wisps. You take them out. Take out your wisps. There is a lever up in this top section. Lever here too. Oh.
Flames roar to life when you enter the room. On the back wall you
I accidentally used eye poke on the helmed horrors. Force heals them, so if you're playing an arcane trickster, it's very difficult to take out helmed horrors. One thing that does work is Presto. Presto can just kill them, but then you gotta wait the 20-second cooldown for it to be used again. So it can be a bit of a slog. If you're with a group, then just let them handle it. If you're on your own, then you take it slowly. If you're dealing with helmed horrors, presto them, wait for it to cool down, go again.
Tile sprawls out over the floor.
On that too far.
With all the rooms lit, a passage opens in the side of the room. You hear the click of the door around.
There is a shrine and a collectible up this way.
You open the door into a chamber with 2 shrines. A spectre guards this room, defending the lever on the back door. The spectre vanishes in a sputtering of flame.
In here, you have the lever that opens up that locked gate that we were seeing before. So from here, we're going to head back to where the door is. This allows this gate to be opened.
In this room, you'll find a dimension door. It should return you to the entrance when you are ready to leave this area.
Once we've rebuffed, we'll head through this door. This dimension door doesn't actually take you back to the beginning. It takes you back to the large door that we initially turned right at. I think I messed up one of the buffs here. No, it's fine. I did not. Had a buff error occur, so we're just going to rebuff with the cleric stuff. Buff state. Buff. Gonna get our cleric buffs again here. Jesus. Took my ability to freaking speak English there out the back and shot it. After this one, we're going to double recall, we're going to sell and repair. Alright. There is another quote-unquote trap in here on this side that you can't disable. This is it here. The way I've found to avoid it most times, you just run across the floor. There we go, rebuff now. Fallen brethren. Off we go. There is a falling floor on that side. Someone will inevitably trigger it.
Figures dance atop pedestals in this dim hallway. You open the door into a room where more orbs float above pedestals.
I believe it's the second and third levers, and you're finished. Yep.
The orbs cease their casting. A passage opens in the side of the room. The spectre paces back and forth, defending the lever in the back door. The spectre disappears in a shivering mist, whispering through on the side of his head. As you pull this lever, the red crystal above it starts to glow.
I need to stop using color spray against skeletons. It will not work. It has never worked. It will never start to work. You're gonna come in here, get the lever. Thorky did.
Alongside
There's also a
unlocking a
collectible behind the shrine.
filled with murky water.
Then you're going to come to this side and go swimming. And here you take out some gargoyles.
A group
Those
of
aren't
gargoyles
statues.
crouches on a ledge in this wide room. You spy a large grey pedestal on the ledge. It matches the one on the gigantic door at the tomb's entrance. The gargoyles rouse from their sleep.
Once you've taken out all the gargoyles, the lever will unlock.
Gargoyle screeches in pain as it crumbles.
Pull it, head back through the water. Get your collectible if you want, if you didn't on the way in.
The large door at the entrance to the tomb should be unlocked.
Let's see if I can get to where the trap is before they do and disable it. We almost always have someone fall in there, so we didn't this time, which was very nice. So it does seem that if you are tall enough, you can in fact get hit by that lightning while running across the floor. I have never been on a character tall enough for that to happen. But it seems that Duergar, with their enlarge, are tall enough that they will in fact get struck by the lightning.
You return to the front hall. The giant
We're heading
door
through the now open large door and through a second large door.
deeper into the tomb.
This cavern has a lot of hooked horrors in it.
Shield guardians stand at attention.
We're making our way around, placing statuettes of different
The decrepit
humanoid races on pedestals.
blend into the rough cave stone.
If we'd done the other quests beforehand, then we would have had the...
Locations in the tomb where you can place the icon of the elves, the icon of the humans, and the icon of the dwarves.
If we'd done the other quests first, we would have collected the statuettes that we're using in this quest, but we didn't. We came straight here.
The pedestals
Get in here.
against the back wall. A large
The owlbear, you can avoid fighting the owlbear if you do not enter its circle. You just go around and put the icon on the pedestal.
place the icon of the dwarves on the pedestal. You notice a subtle light emanating from the stone.
Head up, take out some more hook horrors. Break these. We're not going to go through that secret door yet. There is another icon seat in there that we have to use, but we have to end up that direction anyway to continue the quest. So we'll come back once we've put down the other one. More hook horrors. The door on the left here does go to another seat that we have to use. There are eticaps in this room. There's also a Carnage Reaper in our case.
Place the icon of the humans on the pedestal. Notice its eyes flash briefly before returning to normal stone. You walk into an ambush of angry monsters. A pedestal stands on a platform here. This locked door in the back of the room. You set the icon of the elves atop the pedestal. Its eyes
So-
flash white for a moment before dimming. Now that you have placed all the icons, you must find your path forward, deeper into the tomb. The demon and its fellow intruders fall to the ground.
The Hezru and those two Nothics in there are optional. You don't have to kill them, but if you want the extra chest, then you should. There's only one fight after this. And then we get to listen to some role playing.
You emerge
Over to the left here is a collectible.
Forest animals have taken up residence here. They graze and doze in its lush corners. You see two passages, one to your left, the other straight ahead. This room is the heart of the tomb, where the
I
key to the Mythal is rumored to be hidden. Before you is a strange magic device. It must have been waiting here, undiscovered for centuries. A wild bear runs out of the room, startled by your intrusion. How strange. You sense a faint drift.
You play with the crystal, and then you fight these statues. They can hit rather hard, but hopefully you'll just be fine. I want to join the bad guys.
Faces turn toward you, ready to strike. The statues break apart. Once again, just mounds of stone.
Now listen here, foolish adventurers. We are going to prove our power.
The one in the middle of the formation steps forward.
Just as I anticipated. I knew that following you into this tomb would lead us straight to the key to the Mythal.
The figure smiles widely, rotting teeth protruding from his...
As is classic for every evil, person ever. He's just monologuing while he's frozen in time instead of actually taking us out, which... I mean...
The stranger laughs. It is a strangled, dusty sound, as if his voice has been worn down over centuries of use.
I am Droic Urgul.
Although it is strange about this time stop, is that we are aware of what's going on around us. We're not actually trapped in time. Here we go, and here's the end. When you get here, good luck on your rare items.
You are suddenly transported away from the chamber. You find yourself back at the entrance to Ildranath's tomb, on the surface. You think about what the Zulkir said.
Someone got a Golden Age
Only a
weapon.
matter of time
Very
before
nice.
The Red Wizard's forces overtake Myth Drannor, bringing even more chaos and destruction to this land. For now, you must return to the Elves' camp.
I think I'm going to keep this kinetic longsword.
This city will not fall yet again. You will make sure of that.
Right, we're double recalling out. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. People are going to stretch their legs, get drinks, bio, go get snackies, etc. Any viewers should go do the same. And we will see you when we get back. Alright, we're going to see if we can get Ray a Mystic Ring. I don't remember where all of the rares are out here, but we're going to see if we can find some. Hey Z, thanks for that. Guess I'll go check Yugora, because I just don't remember where all of the rares are.
Deadly creatures infest the ruins of the fallen city. One of them has clearly made this cave its lair.
Oh, Band of Seasons Warding. Oh, and Thorgy got a rare fucking helm as well. Very nice. I should be opening a... I should be opening a map, but I don't want to do that while I'm also streaming. Don't want to have all those windows open. We've got some delays. Someone's trying to get a an augment out of an item, and it's just being a pain. They haven't played in a while, so the whole legacy augment thing is messing with them. Where is that lake I'm looking for?
Wizards from all over the city once met inside this hall. Here they demonstrated new spells, took on apprentices, and traded arcane materials. It was one of the last places to fall.
That's what I'm looking for. This is the point of reference I wanted. One spawns here sometimes. Looks like it's not here though. God, I really should be doing this with the map open. Looking for another lake. Mildly lost. There it is. I'll have to come back another time and do this when I can have a map open at the same time. Ignore all the junk in my inventory. Yet to break it down. I'll break that down off stream instead of wasting time. Unsure which direction we're going to start from, but we're probably going to start from one of the two extreme ends of the chain from here. So either the Erythlium or the Underdark area. All right. We're back into it. We're gonna go to. Yep. There will be a way to cross this ravine. It's down there. Oh. We have someone who's fallen a little bit behind. Something that annoys me with the map is if you click on a location marker, and then you click somewhere else on the map to move it further, it removes your location marker unless you press escape without letting the mouse button go. Here we go. There is one section in the quest we're going to do now that gives me a headache every time we get to it. There's a section where a wall breaks, and its shake is so vigorous and so long that it just gives me a headache instantly. Sorry, I got distracted there with trying to help a party member catch up. What you're dealing with in here are drow, general underdark things like hooked horrors. I think there's some spiders, some carrion crawlers. There are multiple
followed the path of the Drow deep into the Underdark. Occasional signs of their passage show that you're getting close. The path ends abruptly in a sheer drop-off. It seems the only way to go is down.
You finally got the new crafting stuff, 80k magical essences to get to 375, and the new recipes be available at 20% chance. Oh no. Well, at least they're available, and there are still, you can lower that by getting higher. Oh, yeah, no, I have that issue a lot with the crafting stuff. That's why I tend to only do bouts of getting XP once per life, because when you reset, any of the ones that lowered as a result of your making the checks on them each time will reset, and you can get at least some XP from them again. I also personally don't mind doing the 20% recipes if they aren't using special ingredients and stuff to try and level up.
You hear the scratching sound of many, many small feet scurrying along the stone ahead. The crawler's form curls up, twitching on the floor as it dies.
Ah, then that's less happy. I don't like using the special ingredients ones to try and get XP at all. Broccoli? Oh, like the mystic plants. Okay.
You find a small iron key hidden under a loose stone. A magical doorway.
This quest, doing the optionals always confuses me. The spot on the key, you have to basically be on top of it to notice it. And here you go, displace a beast. And a collectible, which is what we really want down here. Continue up this path.
You notice a small green leaf lying on the ground. One of the captives must be marking the path.
This is the section where the shake occurs after you take out the
Claws its way out of the cave
Umber
floor,
Hulk.
its insect-like eyes tracking every move. The massive creature crashes to the ground, shaking the cavern.
That there was the shake. I honestly have no idea what's so different about that particular one that causes me problems, but I'm not the only person it causes problems with. I really think SSG needs to change it. Alright, so down here, there is a trapped chest.
Making it a veritable forest.
But this is also where the shrine is, so I'm going to come in here. This chest down here is scary. Your best bet is trying to open it from the side or from just out of range of the... You can outrange the blades, but the blades are rather nasty, so be careful as you try to get them. It can't be disabled, annoyingly. I think somebody already used this rune, but whatever. Each of these pathways has water elementals, but you have to go down them both in order to get the rune. And then up this way, only one person has to enter that water to get that rune. On this side, there are monsters to kill next to the lever, so you got to come down this way. Once you've got the runes pulled, you head back to the center spot. Zombies. I forgot they were undead in here. There really aren't many.
Gives you a scathing look. It seems some surface rabble has caught up to us, just in time to feed my little.
If you're in here alone, you can avoid getting hit by getting up on these mushrooms. The enemies don't seem to be able to get you from up here unless they're one of the ranged ones. Once you've taken out the enemies, you talk to each individual captive, which frees them.
The captives give quiet thanks as they're released. They quickly disappear into the mushroom stalks, heading back to the surface. You've dealt with the raiders and freed the captives. Time to leave the Underdark and return to the ruins of Myth Drannor.
So next we're heading over to Seeds of Decay. Seeds of Decay will be our last one for tonight, and then we'll be wrapping up. So in here you're dealing with shambling mounds, slimes, some bugs, flaming skeletons, carrion crawlers. There's also an acid floor area where you have to jump your way through. And also a slime patch that causes you to get a disease. I'll show you where it is. Sometimes it can be rather annoying to actually avoid because it is slightly bigger than its appearance would indicate. So this is one of the reasons you always carry around disease potions. That and goddamn mummies. You always carry them for mummies.
You've been teleported to a strange new location. Based on the emblems on the wall, not to mention the rancid stench.
You can head through this portal. There's another way to get to this section so you don't have to do it this way. I just do. You need to collect the 4 seeds in this quest. There are also secret doors with some traps and some chests behind them, but not here just yet. Once you've done that, you've head back to the portal, head over this way. This green patch here is one of the disease patches. It applies a green slime to you. Like that. I just got it. Disease will get rid of it. Here is the acid floor. This will do damage to you if you fall into it. And you gotta fight slimes in this area. If you are on high Reaper difficulty, fighting slimes with weapons that do piercing or slashing damage, or electricity, then they will split. This gives them more chances by creating more enemies of spawning Reapers. I've seen groups get very quickly overwhelmed by Reaper spawns because they decided to fight slimes with slashing weapons and spawn like 4 or 5 Reapers halfway through the fight. Collect the seed, read the note. Once you've done that, you head back through the acid to the other side. We don't need to head north out of here because that goes to a blocked off passage, which doesn't help. That's another disease floor, so be careful when moving over it. So apparently you can clear the slime off the floor. I have absolutely no idea how he did it, but you can clear it somehow. Down here is how you get to the area where we got to when we took the portal at the very beginning. You take out these things and you pull this lever, which opens up a hole in that wall. There you go. So spells like Fireball can clear it up. So it's like fire stuff, huh? Good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. Secret door here. Got your traps behind a locked chest. The other side has carrion crawlers behind it. They don't need my help. They're fine. I'll unlock the chest for them. Up this way to the left is a named fire beetle with another chest. There is another secret door in this room, as well as the note that you want for the optional, if you care about doing the optional. And above us is... Up above us is a puzzle. This puzzle is not very complicated, just looks really complicated at first. And you see it goes up onto the walls. It's actually not that complicated. Send it down. Send it across and it's complete. Very simple puzzle. You can ignore almost the entirety of it and just do that. I've seen people stare at it and get confused and try and spread it across the whole thing. That was them testing out the fire on the floor. They cleared up the green slime with fire. They wanted a proof of concept, and they got it. So in this room, you're putting in the seeds, dealing with the mobs that spawn. I'm just going to put them in there and see if we can just get our asses kicked, just for fun. uh
We plan to revive Moander along with it.
well, that was fun.
At some point or another.
Now, you shouldn't do all the seeds at once unless you're stupid and crazy like I am. Just just put in seeds one at a time, clear the waves. But we survived. Well, I guess I didn't survive, but we survived as a group and made it through. There's more green slime in this room. You can kite your way around the room, and if you have the ability to remove them, you can remove the green slime to make it easier. Yeah, you should be only using one seed at a time, taking out the mobs that spawn. Once you put in the 4th seed, you'll get the last wave as well as the actual boss spawn. So, I want to double recall out. I appreciate everyone who came along. And thank you, Sedanond, or Danand, depending on how you're supposed to pronounce your name. Appreciate everyone who came, and I will catch you all next time.